Hi, this is Monique, aka Positivity Dealer. I'm so excited to share this new video with you. I made it for two purposes. The first is to help you if you are struggling in your business and maybe find some answers that could help you out and that can help you grow in your business. The second is for those out there who are searching to start a business online, but they have no clue where to start or what to choose from, as there is so much outside. That is why I make these free videos. I hope to over deliver in them. So if you like this channel, then please subscribe to it and hit the bell so you will get notified as soon as I put out a new and free video. So bye for now, and if you have questions, then please put them in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Bye for now.
Well, welcome to the Ladypreneurs on Fire show. And today I have a very special guest. She is a spiritual strategist, a business intuitive, an author and a speaker. She is the host of the Intuitive Business podcast. What she does is helping people to align their business with their mission that is near to their heart. So that is something that really spoke to me. And she, as I said, is an author, and she wrote an amazing book, Align Your Business. And I really like the subtitle, How to Find Your Window of Opportunity and Claim the Next Level of You. Isn't that something that we are all struggling with, especially women in business? So with no further ado, I want to introduce to you Candice, or Candy Hotza. Do I pronounce your name right?
Yes, you do. Great job. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's lovely to be here.
Thank you so much for accepting it. I was really looking forward to our conversation, so I cannot wait what you all are going to tell. I see you are a mom. You have a son named Phoenix
Yes.
and two dogs, a cat, and I saw something special about the cat Dembe. What's happening with Dembe?
Well, he's really a badass cat. I mean, I don't know why or how, but this cat was amazing. He literally came to me in 10 minutes from a vision. I was sick and I was recovering from cancer, and I was depressed because I had had thyroid cancer, and that kind of spiraled me into depression. And so I just kind of said, I was at a birthday dinner and I said, I think I need a little snuggle bug, like a kitten. And we literally got home within 10 minutes. And I said I was going to name it Dembe, which means peace in African, but it's the
Okay.
least peaceful cat I've ever met. But it's so loving. And I the first picture I ever took of it, the paw was sitting on my throat where my incision was.
Oh
So I
no.
really feel like he came and he's a little special healer.
Oh, amazing, amazing. I love those stories. So, tell us a little bit about your journey, because you have a very interesting story. You were an investor in real estate. You worked in corporate America, and you are doing something totally different. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey? How did it start, and to where you are at? If you have in 2-3 minutes, please.
Yes, absolutely. So I always get a tickle about thinking about where I used to be. And I used to be hidden, really and truly. I was following the grid of what they teach you, in life. Mommy and daddy, they say go in a certain direction, and I went. And I really wasn't honoring the truth of who I was. I was embarrassed about being so intuitive, highly intuitive, until I start seeing how it was making a difference. And then the cancer journey brought me to a moment of decision. I had to decide if I was going to stay in a job that was literally taking all of my energy, or
Mm-hmm.
did I want to make a contribution in a different way?
Mm-hmm.
And I actually released that job or position, not only because of the cancer, but because I really felt I had something else to do. But I didn't know quite how it was going to look. I never thought it was the book and the podcast, and I didn't think it was going to look quite like that.
Oh, amazing. So, but your journey started with your mom in the hospital. Is
Yes.
that something that I can talk
Oh,
about? How?
yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is that okay? Um, I had goosebumps when I read that, because it's so special. You are going to talk about certain things, but also about intuition, and angels, and energy, and so on.
Mhm.
What happened with your mom, and what made you realize that you are different than maybe most people, or that we are not recognizing ourselves, that
Mhm.
we have more in ourselves?
Well, the first thing I want everybody to hear and to understand in this moment is that you are no different than I am. I just have developed a stronger muscle, and I do teach people how to develop that muscle because I am so passionate about it. But I want to talk about what you asked me, which was my mom. So I remember I was having an issue. I couldn't walk on my right foot. And I think I was stuck in life. I wasn't moving forward. So I got stuck at home one day and I was watching a movie or one of those daytime TVs, which I never had the option to do because I worked all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about your angels and guides and how all of us can simply connect. So I bought every book. There was like 6 books and I bought all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember reading one of them in particular. And the minute I did whatever they told me to do, I connected with angels and guides. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, you don't know if what you're hearing in your head is truth. So I would take notes. About a few weeks later, not even maybe 6 weeks later, my mother got very, very ill.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a sensation that, like, she had congestive heart failure and she was a diabetic. And so I was desperate for guidance and I sought guidance. And they actually, this is my guides don't say bad things, but
Mm-hmm.
this is one of the times that they said, your mother will pass on or before her birthday, which
Mm-hmm.
was on July 28th. I mean, I'm sorry, January 28th. And so this was January. So it wasn't very far. And I didn't know how I was going to cope. And so I, of course, wanted to help. So I asked all these medical questions, and they gave me these very deep answers. And
Mm-hmm.
so I went to the doctor one night and I said to her exactly what they told me. And it was about medication and dialysis. And I was not a medical personnel at all. And she asked me if I was a nurse or had a medical degree because
Mm-hmm.
my things were so
So
specific.
specific, yeah.
And
Okay.
that's when I finally realized something's happening here because I don't consciously know anything about medicine or blood or how it works or hearts or heart valves. And I knew immediately all of this information. And then she did subsequently pass
Mm-hmm.
right after her birthday, as
Oh.
they said.
Mm-hmm.
If they wouldn't have told me that, though, I have to say I don't know how I would have dealt with my mom's death. She was
Mm-hmm.
my sun and my moon, and
Mm-hmm.
losing my sun and moon wasn't easy. Even now, I feel emotion in my heart,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been over 25 years.
Yeah.
And then my intuition started to develop from there.
Mm-hmm. Because you had proof, let's say, a little bit
Hmm.
like that, that what you were hearing was real, was true. And how did that translate into a business? Because you're a businesswoman, are all over the place, to say it like that, in a respectful way. You help a lot of people through your podcast, with your book. I'm really anxious to read it, for what to learn about it. But how did it transition for you into a job? Because you quit your former job. You worked a lot, and then you started your own business. How did that translate? How did it transition? I mean.
Well, I think I want what's important for everybody to hear because this might be you. This might be you right now. You might be sitting on a cuspus of a decision right now, and
Mhm.
you're feeling a little bit of a push, or maybe it's a nudge, or maybe it's a really big kick in the butt.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what happened to me. I start hearing from my guides, they said, we need you in this world. And I was like, I have a job, I have work to do. I'm 54 years old. I work at a university. I invest in real estate. And then I got sick. And
Mhm.
so I didn't know how to transition
Mhm.
like what I did into the world. And so when you make the decision, this is the most important part if you hear nothing else today. When you make a decision for a yes because you trust your intuition, the universe is going to have your back.
Mhm.
And so please believe me, don't look for validation in this moment. Just know, lean into the universe because they'll have your back. And so the next thing that happened to me is I went on a juicing journey publicly because with thyroid cancer, I'd gained weight and I was uncomfortable. And the next thing that happened is I put myself out there on Facebook. I think it was a 60-day juice where I only ate juice. And I called it Good Morning Vietnam because I was going to war with myself to get this weight off. And when I was going through the cancer journey, one of the people on our little sticky boards, when I was walking by, she said, Good Morning Vietnam, because when you have cancer, it's a bit of a war to get to the other
Mhm,
side. And
mhm,
so, right after that journey happened, right after the cancer journey happened, I was invited to a business coaching type of event. I heard in my head, you need to hire this coach for 3 years. And that's what I ended up doing. So I was getting support publicly about my weight loss journey. And then people were reaching out and just giving me gifts. They were saying, hey, go here or do this. And I said, yes. And then that's how the business started.
okay, amazing. Um, like we talked about before, my mission is to help women to earn their proper income, because I think that if more women would be independent from a spouse, a boss, whatever situation, things would be different in the world. If more women could decide on their health, make better choices, and so on. So that is a really strong mission. How what could you say to these women that are maybe on the verge? Okay, I want to make a change in my life, but I don't know where to start. Where does your training come in?
So here's what I want to tell each and every one of you. And again, second thing I want you to hear for today is you already have everything you need. Let's be real. Women do a lot. They may have children, they balance everybody's schedule, they work professionally, even if it's not their highest and best profession, they're doing something. But here's the thing, we don't always ask for what we want financially.
Mhm,
And money loves us and it wants to come to us. Money has an energy field.
mhm,
And it's like a puppy. And right now, if this is a podcast, I have my thumb in the air and I'm wagging what I call my tail. It's like a puppy. And so if you invite it to come, you're already trained. You have
mhm,
absolutely everything that you need for a business. Just a decision about where, like yours is to help women to earn an income, and
mhm,
then to start putting yourself out there, taste testing some things, putting out what you want to do, but you're here already. And if you're
mhm,
listening to this, there it's not a coincidence. If you're
mhm,
feeling an even bigger push and nudge, lean in, take a deep breath in. And I want to invite all your listeners right now to breathe in. And I want them to rub with their index finger and their middle finger. And do this with me because you're going
mhm,
to feel different. I want you to breathe in and I want you to breathe into that heart space. When you do this gesture, there's actually some connectors by your heart that actually take you from your head to your heart. But God bless you all, women. You are running 100 miles an hour. So this is your moment to connect with your heart. Listen to what it's saying. The world needs you, and the world can respect you by giving you all the money that you need and want. Money is easy to bring in. Alignment with your heart, that's where we're too busy to sit into this space.
mhm.
And so I just invite you when you're trying to make decisions or get certainty, go to this space. This is a small little technique that I invite you to do.
Oh, amazing. So, but okay, they know they want to start a business. They know they want to make some extra money, but they say, I have no skills. I don't know where to start. What is my mission? Because that can be overwhelming. There is so much out there. Maybe they don't come from an entrepreneurial family, or they don't have a background that you would say, okay, that person is going to start a business. How can they figure out, maybe it's the same question or maybe it's the same answer, how can they figure out what would be their mission in life if they have no clue in this moment because they have too much going on? Or
Here's my statement to that. I think that that's their BS story,
okay.
their belief system
Mm,
story. And what's happened is somewhere along the way, and again, I don't know if you can see me, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm waving my fingers, I'm waving my hands. When we come to this earth, we come with a purpose. This is our divine self. It has no harm, there's been no injury, and it's full and complete. So
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, if you're thinking for some reason you don't have everything you need, you do. But here's where you're sitting. Right
Mm-hmm.
below it, I'm waving my hands
Mm-hmm.
back and forth. And right below, it makes kind of a platform, right? A division. And if you're trying to find two parallel roads, you have to make a left or you have to make a right. And I call that a little block. Now, look what happens. I'm
Mm-hmm.
starting to vibrate my hands and they're starting to come into alignment. These are your windows of opportunity. Now, look at this platform. It's
Mm-hmm.
big and it's a sustainable platform. But then we vibrate again and we vibrate away from our mission. But
Mm-hmm.
in those moments of those windows of opportunity, when we plug into that,
Mm-hmm.
that's where we gain like the momentum and the flow. And so I don't believe that you don't have a purpose. I believe you came here with your perfect purpose, skill set, and alignment into place. But somebody told you were broken or not good enough. That
Mm-hmm.
wasn't you. That's not your story. And that's not your truth.
No, that's so true. We hear much more no's in our life than yeses. Yet, as we come into this world, our parents tell us you can become everything you want in life that you choose. Um, and the sky is the limit for you. And yet, when we are 18 years old and we have heard, no, that's not possible. I don't know how many times, but much more than yes, you still can do this. So that is really something. Isn't it also a little bit the society, the way we are taught in school that we have to be normal, we don't have to color outside of the box and so on? Isn't that also not something that is blocking us because society wants us not to step outside of the box?
Yes, but they're listening to information today.
Mm-hmm.
And so once we hear the truth, we can't unhear it. Once we understand, even in this moment, a little bit of our purpose and divinity. And if you're saying, I don't know my purpose, take a deep breath in, feel your heart. The answer's there. The minute you start thinking about the answer, you lost the truth.
Yeah.
Intuition is quick, it's all around us and it's quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe that anything is impossible. I healed myself from cancer. I believe it was a divine intervention. When I saw my son in 1993. I developed cancer in my uterus when I was 36. So it was about 6 years after I saw him, and I refused, absolutely refused to believe that they were going to take that organ, that because they had to take it out. That's the only
Mm-hmm.
way you heal cancer in your uterus. But here's the thing, I saw him and I knew he was my child genetically because he looked
Mm-hmm.
so much like my daughter. And I'd already fallen in love with him and I refused to give him up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I believe my belief in perfect health helped me to heal. On the day I was supposed to have my hysterectomy, it was April 16th. 2 years later, on April 17th, I was pregnant with my son. And they did a whole baby story on him. Called the TLC baby story. So if you want to see that story and see the truth of it, it's on my website. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's / media, CandiceHaza.com / media. If you want to see my son's birth, he was a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want everybody to hear today is each of you are miracles. It takes so much to get us to this earth, and you're
Mm-hmm.
here. So I just invite you to step into your heart space, trust the universe, trust your intuition, and move forward with your mission. There's no more delays. Get rid of that BS story, that belief
Mm-hmm.
system story, and implant it with a new story. You
Mm-hmm.
are a co creator in this universe. Your story, like today, you were telling me you bumped your toe and it hurt,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if you would have said, "Oh, my toe hurts. I can't do this interview. Oh, my toe hurts." But
Mm-hmm.
instead, you told yourself a new story. You're like, okay, I could tell myself all day long my toe hurts, or I could change my story.
Yes.
And that's what we're inviting you to do today.
Wonderful. Tell us a little bit about your book, if you want, Align Your Business, because I read a little bit about it, and you're saying that we can be in alignment with several things, but it is also possible that if your business is not working the way you want it to be, that maybe you are not in alignment with your business.
Mhm.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. So I'm going to get into some energy here. So how I utilize my intuition is with a method called the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are simply a database of your soul connected to divine source. It's an infinite space of wisdom, truth, love, and infinite possibility.
Mhm.
It's a database that we all have access to. I can see it and I could read it. And so, what I help women to do is I can actually channel the actual voice of our business because it has its own energy.
Mhm.
So, while this might sound weird or unusual, it is the most natural thing on this earth because it's who we were, who we are, and who we're yet to become. It's
Mhm.
an energy. And so alignment is understanding where we're at, what's not working, and how to step on a platform of what is working. I developed a system or a process of alignment, and that every woman, every man can utilize. Everything of my signature program is in there. I gave it all. There's
Yeah.
resources, there's documents. So if you want to get into alignment, you just follow a process and it's
Mhm.
there for you in the book.
Okay, amazing. I'm going to put in the link in the show notes so people can get a copy of it. I'm really excited to when my copy is going to arrive because I want to read it. So I know your time is we don't have a lot of time. I know you have calls piling up after this interview, so I'm going to be respectful with your time. Where you also created a quiz, so I'm going to put into the show notes. Why did you create a quiz for the people as a
Well,
last
here's
question?
here's why I created this quiz is because so many people say, "Oh, how do you do that? I'm not intuitive." And my argument to everybody is absolutely you are. That's how we survived. My guides have recently shown me that um, why we have intuition is because it's a survival mechanism when we don't have linguistics or
Mhm.
language. And so we're very well connected with nature and our parents, and we speak from our head to our parents' head. And if you don't believe me, go to a shopping mall and sit there and watch a mother from a distance with her child. Her child's not speaking, but she knows exactly
Mhm.
how many spoonfuls to put in their mouth, etc.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I created a quiz so that you can identify with your method of intuition because I have all parts of it, but some people just feel something in their stomach. That's all they get. But that is the most accurate person.
Yeah.
They don't have to go through the fluff and stuff. They go right to the core. So I teach you how to identify your intuition, how it's already maybe showing up in your business and life,
Mhm.
some of the challenges with your mode of intuition, because we all have a little bit of challenge. I see too much, so
Mhm.
I get overwhelmed. But somebody who just has the knowing, they can go in that direction all day long.
Mhm.
And then also how to move through stuckness when we're feeling a little stuck.
Mhm.
And so, how you get that quiz, and I'd love to hear back from you to see if you like it, but it's candicehaza.com/superpower. And these, I believe, in this on this earth, in your life, and as a business owner, is your highest and best. Utilizing your superpower, your intuition in business for your heart centered mission.
Oh, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Candy. Where can people reach out to you? What's the best way to find you and to connect with you?
I think if you go to my website, you might find some interesting things there. I've already mentioned the media, but if you
Mhm.
go to candicehaza.com/, uh, book, you can actually book a call with me, an
Mhm.
alignment call to see where you're at in life and business. And so just go to my website and take a little peek. I've also have some programs there that you might have an interest with, but I would love to connect to each and every one of you. So thank you for having me on today.
Thank you. Some last words of wisdom before we part?
So I'm just
So many,
connecting,
how to
just
choose.
too many to choose. But the one thing I do want to say is if you've bumped in to hearing this message, that this message is for you. This message is for you. There are no coincidences. There's some part of the truth about what you heard today that's just for you.
Thank you, Candy. I wish you a very great day. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being so generous with your time and with your all your wisdom. I wish you all the best, and I'm sure that we will connect soon. I have more questions for you to come. So thank you very much. Have a great day, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Hi, this is Monique again, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for you. So if you like it, then please give it a thumbs up, and maybe you can write in the comments what you like best about it. And feel free to share it with those you think that could benefit from this content. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Thanks, and bye for now.